Tanks are fascinating machines. They look like metal dinosaurs stomping around the modern battlefield. But they're not simple, dumb beasts. The tank is a sophisticated war machine with many parts working together to accomplish one goal. So here's our list of 9 parts of a tank, their importance, and how each one has changed the game in modern warfare. 1. Hull. What it is. It's the main body or skeleton of the tank, which houses the crew, engine, fuel, ammunition, and other vital components. Why it matters. This is the tank's skeleton and its first layer of protection. Without a strong hull, the tank would be vulnerable to enemy fire and unable to protect its crew. The hull is also designed to withstand the pressure of the tank's own weapons. Modern hulls use composite armor, alternating layers of steel, ceramics, and sometimes depleted uranium to stop kinetic and chemical attacks. Game changer. Modular armor that can be easily upgraded or replaced in the field, depending on the threat level. For example, the Mobile Protected Firepower system developed by General Dynamics uses a hull derived from commercial truck chassis and is protected by a retractable armor underbody that can be raised or lowered according to the mission profile. It's providing greater protection when traversing hostile areas. 2. Turret. What it is. The rotating armored dome on top of the hull, housing the main gun, ammunition, and crew members. Why it matters. It gives the tank a 360 firing capability without having to move the entire vehicle. Turrets can be elevated and rotated to aim the main gun at targets while staying protected. Game changer. Stabilized turrets with advanced targeting computers that allow accurate firing while moving, climbing, or descending hills, or when under enemy fire. An example of this is the Korean K2 Black Panther tank, which features a fully stabilized turret with an advanced fire control stabilization system that allows it to accurately fire on the move, even on hilly terrain. 3. Main gun. What it is? Usually a smoothbore or rifled cannon ranging from 105mm to 125mm caliber. Why it matters? This is the tank's primary weapon for destroying enemy armor, fortifications, and sometimes low-flying aircraft. The main gun fires armor-piercing shells that can penetrate the thick armor of enemy tanks. It also carries high explosive shells for destroying buildings and other structures. Game changer. High-velocity rounds, programmable, smart munitions, and auto-loading systems that increase the rate of fire. Examples of this include the German Leopard 2 tank, which uses an autoloader to increase the rate of fire of its 120mm main gun, and the Mobile Protected Firepower system, which uses an AI-controlled 120mm main gun to automatically detect and engage targets without the need for a human gunner. 4. Secondary weapons. What it is? Usually one or more coaxial machine guns, anti-aircraft guns, or grenade launchers mounted on the tank. Why it matters. These weapons provide defense against infantry and drones. They can also be used to suppress enemy troops or destroy light vehicles. Game changer. Remote-controlled weapon stations that keep the crew safe inside the tank. An example of this is the Canadian Leopard 2 A4 tank, which has a remote-controlled weapon station with a 7.62mm machine gun and a secondary 40mm grenade launcher, allowing the crew to engage targets without exposing themselves to enemy fire. 5. Armor. What it is? The tank's protection against enemy fire. Comes in various forms such as steel, ceramics, composites, and reactive blocks. Why it matters. Armor decides if a tank survives the battlefield. Without armor, a tank would be useless. It would be vulnerable to small arms, fire, and incapable of protecting its crew. Game changer. Explosive reactive armor or ERA that detonates outward when hit by an incoming shell or missile, teaching its threat. Another technology is active protection systems like Israel's Trophy, which can intercept rockets and missiles mid-flight before they reach the tank. The Trophy system uses radar and an onboard computer to track and identify incoming threats. then fires an explosive charge to divert the rocket or missile away from its course. Number 6. Engine and transmission. What it is: usually a diesel or gas turbine engine that produces between 1,000 and 1,500 horsepower. Why it matters? The engine determines the tank's speed, agility, and ability to climb steep terrain. K. A powerful engine allows the tank to move quickly and maneuver easily on the battlefield, making it more effective against enemy forces. Game changer. Hybrid electric powertrains that enable silent movement and extended range. For example, the Korean K2 Black Panther tank uses a hybrid electric powertrain that allows it to travel up to 30 kilometers on electric motors alone, making it virtually silent and undetectable to enemy forces. This also increases its range to over 500 kilometers, allowing it to operate further behind enemy lines than previous models. No. 7. Tracks and suspension. What it is: a continuous track made of metal plates or rubber segments that run on wheels or idlers. The track provides traction and stability for the tank. Why it matters? The track spreads the weight of the tank over a larger surface area, enabling it to move off-road and absorb shocks from rough terrain. It also helps the tank to maintain balance and stability when firing its weapons. Game changer. Adaptive suspension systems that can adjust the height of each wheel independently in real time. An example of this is the German Leopard 2 tank, which has a hydropneumatic suspension system that can adjust the height of each wheel independently in real time. This allows the tank to adapt to different terrains and maintain a level ride even when carrying heavy loads. Number 8. Electronics and targeting systems. What it is: sophisticated electronic systems, including thermal imaging, laser rangefinders, GPS navigation, and battlefield networks. Why it matters: electronics and targeting systems allow a tank to see and hit enemies before being seen. They also help the tank to navigate the battlefield, communicate with other units, and perform other tasks. Game changer. AI-assisted fire control systems that can automatically acquire, track, and engage targets with greater accuracy and speed. For example, the Mobile Protected Firepower System uses an AI-powered targeting system that can automatically detect and engage targets without the need for a human gunner. It also integrates with a variety of sensors and data feeds to provide the gunner with a complete picture of the battlefield. No. 9. Fuel. What it is: diesel or jet fuel stored in tanks within the vehicle. Why it matters: fuel powers the engine and keeps the tank running. Without fuel, the tank cannot move or operate its weapons. Game changer. Fuel cells that convert chemical energy into electricity more efficiently than traditional engines. An example of this is the U.S. Army's Mobile Protected Firepower System, which uses a fuel cell to generate electricity for the vehicle's systems. This allows the tank to operate for longer periods without refueling and reduces its reliance on fossil fuels. What makes the world's strongest tank? A tank's power comes from a combination of factors. It's not just about raw firepower, but also about survivability, mobility, and situational awareness. The most powerful tanks today combine several key elements. First, they have next-generation armor that combines composite materials with active defense systems like ERA and APS to provide maximum protection against incoming threats. Second, they have a high-caliber main gun with advanced fire control systems and the ability to fire programmable smart munitions for long-range precision strikes. Third, they have advanced targeting systems with AI, systems that can quickly and accurately identify and engage targets, day or night. Fourth, they have a strong yet efficient engine that allows them to move rapidly across the battlefield, climb steep terrain without losing mobility. Finally, they are integrated into a network that allows them to operate as part of a digital battlefield, sharing information and coordinating with other units in real time. By combining these elements, modern tanks have become highly lethal and versatile weapons that can perform a wide range of missions on the modern battlefield. Now, Check out 10 best-selling military vehicles in the world, or check out 10 most expensive planes in the world.